G'day folks, it's Matt from Skyline Campers. We've got a beautiful VW Crafter here. Let's dive in and have a look at the great features of this motorhome. So locating the cabinet above your sink, open that up and you'll find your BM Pro touch panel. With the touch of a finger, you'll be able to light up the control panel here and you'll see various icons and touch buttons. So to turn on your 12-volt system power, just press Eco Mode and say yes, and lights are on. Okay, once you've turned on the 12-volt power and you've got your overhead lights on, you've also got zone lighting that you can turn on at the touch of a button. There's one here in the driver's cabin section. You've got another one located here above your two-seater rib bed. And then you've got two more underneath your cabinetry along both sides of your van. So these zone lights also have a dimmable feature. If you long hold on the little on button here, you'll notice that the light begins to dim. And then once the light is dimmed, if you release and then long hold that same button, you'll be able to brighten the light back up. Okay, so up the back end of the van, when you're lying in bed, you've also got controls either side of you where you can turn the lights on and off individually. So I can turn my overhead lights off and back on. I can turn my zone lights off or back on. And light switch number 3, that's for your strip light outside where your awning is. So I can turn that on and off as well. I also have a master on-off button here, and the master switch will turn everything, all the lights off or all the lights back on, and let me control those individual zones. So getting to know your BM Pro display screen. On screen you can see that there's a charging icon here and it's got a graph indicating how full your battery is. At the moment you can see that the orange to yellow zone is filling that battery icon, indicating that we're at a complete charge. If we were somewhat depleted, we would notice that that graph went down, and the colored section of the graph indicates how much charge we've got in our battery. You'll also see underneath that it says that we're currently charging. We are plugged into mains power outside of the van, so we are getting a direct charge off the grid. Beyond that, there are 2 water drop icons, again using a graph indicator that the freshwater tank, it looks like we're a little under half full, and our grey water tank, we're only a fraction full at the moment. Beyond that, you have got individual controls for different circuits within your 12-volt system. We can turn our overhead lights off and back on. We can turn our reading zone lights off and on. Our awning light outside the van, off and on. Our water pump, off and on. And our 12-volt hot water system, we can also turn that off or back on via this panel. Also on your BM Pro control screen, you'll notice the little arrow down the bottom. If you swipe up from there, you'll get this additional window that indicates how much you're drawing from your battery, how full your battery currently is at 13.5 volts. We're at a full charge, and it also tells you the status of your battery system. Currently, you can see that we're charging again because we're plugged into mains power. Okay, so let's turn on your hot water. Usually your power switch for your hot water would be located on the side of the cabinetry down here. In this van, it happens to be located inside this feed-through storage. So we're just going to open up the hatch here, reach in, find the switch, and turn it on. You'll know once it's turned on because you'll see the green indicator part of the switch. Now, once your water is at a scorching temperature, it only takes around about 10 minutes to get the heat up. Then you can turn off your 240-volt turbo boost switch for your hot water and then turn on your 12-volt control. So going into our BM Pro control screen, it's water pump 2 that you need to seek out. Just press that. That's going to light up your Duetto control over here. Now you can see that we're sitting at an actual temperature of 69 degrees at the moment after heating our water. You can adjust this to set it to maintain the heat at whatever setting you place it at. So let's set this to a maximum setting of 70 degrees. This means by 12 volt power, we're going to maintain that heat to the water. Your VW Crafter is equipped with taps at both the sink and the shower, and you've also got a rear shower tucked out the back of the van. To turn on your water pump, head to your BM Pro control panel and locate water pump 1. If it's not already turned on, press that, and with your water pump on, you'll be able to get instant water out of your tap at the sink or either your internal or exterior shower. So in summary of your water system, water pump 1 is to turn on your water pump. Water pump 2 is to control your 12 volt hot water system. To open and access your overhead storage cabinets, locate the clasp in the middle of the cupboard door. Give that a squeeze, it'll unlock and allow you to open up your storage cabinet. Now to close the cabinet, simply pushing the cabinet door closed until you hear the click, and that's locked, ready to go for traveling. In a similar way, your drawers down at your kitchenette, if you simply grab the handle, it's got a little lever which will unlock the drawer, allow you to slide it out, and when you push your drawer back in, wait for the click, which indicates that it's locked, ready for traveling. So to access this hidden storage cabinet, it's just a matter of lifting off the cushion and moving it to the other side of the van so you can access and open this hinged lid, giving you access to this large storage section. Now another great feature here is that you've got your tabletop hidden away in a little storage recess in the top of that storage lid. So we can simply slide out our tabletop, ready to set up in our van for use. So to swivel your front seats, simply find the wheel to adjust your seat and bring the backrest to more of an upright position. Then find the adjustment bar toward the front of your seat to allow you to slide your seat forward. From there, there's another mechanism at the front of the seat that you just need to shift to unlock the swivel bracket under your seat, and then that allows you to swivel your seat until you hear it lock into a rear-facing position. Swiveling the driver's seat is quite similar, although there is a little bit of back and forward that we need to do to get past the steering wheel. Starting by bringing the seat into an upright position, finding your bar to slide the seat forward, and then finding your unlock mechanism to free the seat to swivel. If you run into the steering wheel, grab your bar to adjust your seat position, either sliding forward or back, until you achieve a full swivel. To set up your table in front of your van, find your table leg, locate the hole in the floor of your van, and just simply pop the leg in there. Then finding your tabletop, locating the hole in the bottom of your tabletop, aligning that with your table leg, slotting it all together, and you've got your table. Once your table's in place, you can swivel the angle of the table to adjust and suit your needs. In your VW Crafter, you've got this great two-seater rib bed. Now the rib bed features seat belts, both sides of course. You have got ISOFIX anchor points for child seats, and you have also got tether strap locations behind the seats as well to secure child seats. The seats also feature adjustable headrests, which you can simply pull up to the height of your choosing, and with a bit of a push from the top, pop them back down in place. To adjust your rib bed seat into a bed and also to access the hidden storage underneath, locate your lever on the side of the cushion and simply pull it out. Now you can use that lever as a handle to then lift the cushion and access your storage underneath, and take that cushion the whole way until it rests in a flat position, marries up with your front driver's seat, as the foot region of your bed. Then this backrest cushion, locating the bar at the base, lift that bar to unlock the cushion, and then you can simply drop that cushion into place, which forms the main body of your bed. Now your Crafter is also equipped with a booster cushion to plug the gap at the head end of your bed, where you can throw your bedding and pillow on top and have a restful night's sleep. Now to take your bed back into seat position, first of all, reach in and grab a hold of your backrest cushion. It will freely move. Just lift it until it clicks back into its lock position. If you intend to use the seat belts, fish the seat belts out so that they're completely out the way, and then locate that lock handle on the side of your seat cushion. Lifting and placing the seat cushion back in place, and making sure you've got your seat belts at the ready for any passengers. Your VW Crafter is fit with factory windows on the sides of the vehicle, which can slide and open. Grabbing a hold of your locking mechanism and sliding, you can lock your window into different incremental positions, either a fraction of the way, halfway, or the whole way. When your window is open for ventilation, you can use your filter blind as a fly screen to keep the creepy crawlies out. Just the same, you have also got block-out blinds on all of your windows surrounding the van, as well as on your sunroof. Your VW Crafter is equipped with a 240-volt microwave, accessed via your cabinet above your rib seat. Find the clasp, squeeze to open your cabinet, and your microwave is found within. In your VW Crafter, your 240-volt power is always active, running off your battery system and inverter. So you can turn on your induction cooktop anytime. It's just got a touch button here, and then once you've got an induction cooktop compatible saucepan or frying pan on there, you'll be able to operate the cooktop as usual. Your motorhome is equipped with various USB-A, USB-C, 12-volt cigarette lighter style outlets, and 240-volt outlets. So you've got a waterless toilet system which will secure your deposits via a heat sealing mechanism. It's found within your toilet and shower cubicle. Let's take a look. So locating your toilet within this space, as long as your 12-volt power has been turned on via your BM Pro control panel, then you'll be able to reach to the back of your toilet, locate the power switch and turn it on. You can hear it beeping, indicating that it's turned on. You'll also see some lights blinking along the front of the toilet. Looking inside your waterless toilet, as long as you've got one already installed, you'll find that you've got a heat-sealed bag. It's completely watertight down the bottom, ready for you to do your deposits. So you can do your deposits as normal, and if you need to find a comfortable space, you can swivel that toilet position. And then once you've finished your deposit, close the lid and locate the button in the very middle at the front of the toilet. Long holding that button in the middle is going to trigger the heat sealing mechanism of the toilet and seal off your deposit in its own individual bag. I'm going to demonstrate by heat sealing my mobile phone. I've done my deposit, I've closed the lid, and now I'm long holding that middle button. You can hear that it's making a noise. All the lights on the front of the toilet have lit up. And now we're going to see, starting from the left, that we get a blinking light that will gradually travel all the way along to the right. So once the toilet has gone through its process, you can open the lid again and you'll find that there's a new section of bag that's been newly heat sealed down the bottom, completely watertight for your next deposit. At that stage, you can close the lid, you can turn on the switch behind your toilet, and it's ready for next time. So once the toilet has heat sealed the bag section that you've done your deposit in and gone through the process you've just seen, you'll be able to open the cassette drawer in the bottom and find your bag deposit completely heat sealed, airtight, watertight. And then you'll be able to drop that into the nearest garbage disposal. Now, if you're planning on a larger than normal deposit in your waterless toilet, and if you require a larger section of bag, you can manually draw more of your bag through by long holding the bottom of, the button on your left. Just make sure when you do that the lid is closed, and when you hold that button, you'll be able to hear the bag being drawn through. If you open your waterless toilet and find there's not enough space for your deposit and the bags are all scrunched up, you can close the lid, hold the button on the right, which is the vacuum, and that's going to expand the bag in your toilet so that you've got a nice wide opening ready for the deposit. Your Skyline Camper motorhome is equipped with a max fan in your toilet and shower cubicle. To turn this on, just find the on button, give it a press, and as long as your 12-volt power has already been turned on via your BM Pro control panel, that fan will open up and start to ventilate your toilet and shower cubicle. It's worth noting as well that your max fan has a rain sensor that if it does sense rain on the outside of the van, it will automatically shut back off. To open up your sunroof at the top of your motorhome, locate the lock bar button, push it in, and pull the bar downward. You've got incremental positions. You can open your sunroof a little bit, you can open it halfway, or you can open it the entire way. And also remember, if you want to keep the bugs out, just close your filter blind and that'll act as a fly screen. Your VW Crafter motorhome has bedding that can be equipped to sleep as 2 slimline singles, or we can plug the gap in the middle to create the full-size bed. Now, to do that, we just need to lift the cushion over this side of the van, open up the cabinet lid, and locate our bed boards. Now, we're going to use these boards to fill the gap in the middle of the bed and then plug it with a spare cushion that's sitting within your van. Now, once you've got your bed boards in place, just find your filler cushion from within your van. Just watch your microphone cable, although you probably won't have to deal with one of those. And then placing the cushion into position, you've got your full-size bed ready to go. To operate your reverse cycle air conditioning in your motorhome, locate your Truma Sapphire remote control and point it at your sensor in the corner of your van. The blue button will turn it on, and then you're going to have controls on the remote control to operate your heating, your cooling, and your automatic temperature control. With your air conditioning turned on via your remote control, you can toggle through different modes with the mode button. Snowflake means cooling. This next icon with the arrows up means heating, and auto means that it will automatically heat or cool depending on which temperature you set it to. So you can adjust the temperature with the plus and minus button regardless of what mode you're on, and you can also adjust your fan speed depending which mode you're on with that little fan button down there, either low, medium or high fan speed. Now, the remote control also has a little slider down here which allows you to access other features. You can set timers, you can adjust settings such as your time and date and some other settings as well. You'll find plenty of information on this within your manual, as well as the link in the follow-up email you'll receive from Skyline Campers. Your Skyline Campers motorhome is equipped with 2 fridges. Your main fridge here at the kitchenette is open just by squeezing the lock and pulling the fridge out. To turn your fridge on, just make sure your 12-volt power is turned on via your BM Pro control panel, and then locate the on button on your fridge. Long hold that button, it will turn on, it will light up, and you can adjust the temperature to make it colder or less cold. depending on your preference. As well as the refrigeration space, your fridge also has a freezer section. You've also got a rear drawer fridge on your van. Just grabbing the handle and pulling that open. Now it is turned off when the dial's turned all the way down, but if you want to turn it on, just make sure your 12-volt power is on via your BM Pro control panel, and then turn the fridge to the temperature of your choice. Now it does just refrigerate, but maximum setting will make sure that things are nice and cold. To plug your van into mains power, just locate your power inlet on the right-hand side of the van. Open up the little cap lid, and with your 15 amp power lead, you'll be able to plug that in to deep charge your battery. The power inlet is also equipped with a circuit breaker. If that's ever triggered, you can open this little flap and simply switch it back up. To fill up your water tank on your VW Crafter, simply open the water filler cap on the side of your van. And once you've opened that up, find your little tap adapter and screw that in. You'll be able to simply click on a hose, turn on the tap, and fill up your tank. Just make sure you keep an eye on things. As soon as you hear the sound of a full tank and you see the full tank gauge on your BM Pro control panel, turn off the tap, and then you can unplug here and screw the cap back on. In order to empty your grey water tank, locate the tap valve underneath your van. This is on the right side of the van, just in front of the rear wheel. Find one of your tap adapters, screw it onto the tap valve, and once that's screwed on tightly, you can clip on a hose, find the red handle, turn it a quarter of a turn to the left. The water will then flow out the hose into the grey water disposal. In order to use your rear shower, just locate the shower to the rear of the van, open up the cap. And as long as your water pump has been turned on via your BM Pro control panel, you'll be able to find your shower hose, match up the shape on the end of the hose to the shape on the inlet of your rear shower. As soon as you twist to the left, you'll feel the hose fill up with water, and then you've got a trigger mechanism on the end of your shower that you can squeeze to shower off outside the van. The shower is equipped with a tap mixer. If we twist it to the left, we're going to get hot water, as long as the hot water is heated up in our van, and if we twist to the right, we're going to go back to cold water. When you want to use your fans, just make sure your 12-volt power is on, again via your BM Pro control panel. And then at your fan, on the lever side, you've got an on button. It'll turn your fan on, and your fan will cycle through 1, 2, and 3 speed settings. One more press will turn it off. When your fan is turned on, there's another button on the other side of your panel which will cycle through timer settings. You'll see a blue light travel along. 3, 6, 9, and 12-hour increments. You can adjust the positioning of your fan as well by pulling the lever to open the lock mechanism, position the fan where you like, push the lever back in place to hold it in that position, and you can direct the fan to blow wherever you like. All right, let's wind out the awning. It is a fully electric awning, so just locating the button on the side, pressing the down button, that'll wind the awning out. And the idea is that you wind it out far enough that you're able to reach the awning in order to unlock the legs. Once you can reach the legs, release the button, find the bottom of your awning foot and squeeze it in to unlock it. Lower the leg, then finding the locking tab on the side of your leg. Pop that out and use it as a handle to lengthen the leg and find the height to the awning that you're after. Once you're happy with the height that you've got on that leg, use the same tab to squeeze upward to lock that leg in place. You're now supporting the weight of the awning. Moving over to the other leg, same operation, squeezing the lower part of the leg in to unlock the leg from the awning casing. Bring it down, pop the tab, lengthen your leg and find the same height to the awning as the other side. Squeeze your lock in to hold everything in place. From that point, you can wind the awning further out. Every so often walking the legs out to catch up with your awning and continue to take the weight of the awning. Let's wind it just a small amount further. As well as mounting your awning foot legs to the ground, you can also mount it to the side of the van. Just making sure that the foot mount on the side of your van is open by lifting it up. Taking the weight of your awning leg, unlock the lower part of the leg and shorten it. Direct the leg to the van, carefully keeping hold of it, and lengthen the leg until that awning foot finds its mount. Push toward the van, close the lid over the foot, and it's locked to the van. You can then find the height you want to that awning leg using the same lock tab, squeeze it in place to lock your awning in place. To unlock your awning foot mount from the van, just lift the cap, grab a hold of the awning leg and pull away from the van. Although your awning is weatherproof, it's not windproof. So anytime you're not around your vehicle, if you're going for a walk, when you're going to bed at night, always pack away your awning just to be safe. When you're ready to pack your awning legs away, just find the lock mechanism, drop that lock. Remember, you can use it as a handle to shorten your leg. Take a hold of the lower part of the leg and guide it up toward the awning housing. Just fold that steel foot to one side and then you'll notice the end is spring loaded. Bring it up to its mount, squeeze it in until it finds its home on its mount in the middle.